Hello everyone and welcome to Planescape Torment. I had my mic off by accident. Well, I mean it wasn't set up in OBS during that opening cutscene, but I didn't want to disturb it. So yeah, starting up a new game. Never played this before. I know only the barest bit about it. The Nameless one. Yeah, I'll stick a little bit in all of those. Oh well. Intuition, common sense, and willpower. High wisdom helps you recall memories. It gives you a bonus to experience points. Memory, reasoning, and deductive skills. High intelligence helps you regain memories faster, gives you more dialogue options, and aid your mage skills. The higher your charisma, the more favorably others will react toward you. Okay.
Hey, Chief. You okay? You playing corpse or you putting the blinds on the dusties? I thought you were a deader for sure.
Who are you? Who am I? How about you start? Who are you? I don't know. Can't remember. You can't remember your name? Heh. Well, next time you spend a night in this burg, go easy on the bub. Name's Mort. I'm trapped in here too. Trapped? Yeah, since you haven't had time to get your legs yet, here's the chant. I've tried all the doors, and this room is locked tighter than a chastity belt. We're locked in... where? What is this place? It's called the mortuary. It's a big black structure with all the architectural charm of a pregnant spider. The mortuary? What? Am I dead? Not from where I'm standing. You got scars aplenty, though. Looks like some Burke painted you with a knife. All the more reason to give this place the laugh before whoever carved you up comes back to finish the job. Scars? How bad are they? Well, the carvings on your chest aren't too bad, but the ones on your back... Mort pauses. Say, it looks like you got a whole tattoo gallery on your back, Chief. Spells out something. Tattoos on my back? What do they say? Hold on. Heh, looks like you come with directions. Mort clears his throat. Let's see. It starts with, I know you feel like you've been drinking a few kegs of Styx wash, but you'll need to center yourself. Among your possessions is a journal that'll shed some light on the dark of the matter. Farod can fill you in on the rest of the chant, if he's not in the dead book already. Farod. Does it say anything else? Yeah, there's a bit more. Mort pauses. Let's see. It goes on. Don't lose the journal or we'll be up the sticks again. And whatever you do, do not tell anyone who you are or what happens to you, or they'll put you on a quick pilgrimage to the crematorium. Do what I tell you. Read the journal, then find Farod. No wonder my back hurts. There's a damn novel written there. As for that journal I'm supposed to have with me, was there one with me while I was lying here? No, you were stripped to the skins when you arrived here. Besides, Looks like you got enough of a journal penned on your body. What about Farad? Do you know him? Nobody I know. But then again, I don't know many people. Still, some Burke's gotta know where to find Farad. Once we get out of here, that is. How do we get out of here? Well, all the doors are locked, so we'll need the key. Chances are one of the walking corpses in this room has it. Walking corpses? Yeah, the mortuary keepers use dead bodies as cheap labor. The corpses are dumb as stones, but they're harmless and won't attack you unless you attack first. There some other way? I don't want to kill them just for a key. Why, you think it's going to hurt their feelings? They're dead. But if you want a bright side to this, if you kill them, at least they'll have a rest before their keepers raise them up to work again. Well, alright, I'll take one of them down and get the key. Well, before you do that, arm yourself first. I think there's a scalpel on one of the shelves around here. Note, search the shelves in the room for a weapon to attack the zombies with. When you find one, go to the inventory screen, the backpack button in the lower right, and arm yourself. If you wish to examine any items you find, right-click on them in the inventory screen. Alright, I'll look for one. One last thing. Those corpses are as slow as molasses, but getting punched by one of them is like being kissed by a battering ram. If they start getting an edge on you, remember you can run, and they can't. Use it to keep some distance if you need to recover. Note, to run, either toggle run on in the options screen or hold down the shift key and left click on the area you want to run to. If you're in danger of dying, use running to keep your distance from the zombies while you recover. Alright, thanks for the advice.
All right.
Slab is covered with dried blood and other remains. Backpack. Ah, there we are. Eyeball. Alright, you found the scalpel. Now, go get those corpses. And don't worry, I'll stay back and provide valuable tactical advice. Maybe you could help me, Mort. I will be helping you. Good advice is hard to come by. I meant help in attacking the corpse. Me? I'm a romantic, not a soldier. I just get in the way. When I attack this corpse, you better be right there with me, or you'll be the next thing that I plunge the scalpel in. Yeah, alright, I'll help you. Note, if you wish Mort to help you attack, simply make sure that both of you are selected when you attack the corpse. Mort will join in the attack. Glad we understand each other. Although you can attack by selecting a weapon for the quick menu, pressing the A key also toggles the attack cursor. Let's go.
All right. I'm gone. I'm gone.
Huh. Oh, zombie worker. This corpse stops and stares blankly at you as you approach. The number 782 is carved into its forehead, and his lips have been stitched closed. The faint smell of formaldehyde emanates from the body. Leave the corpse in peace.
Damn it. Damn it.
Done. Done.
Oh. Oh. What's this? Okay. When using keys in Torment, you only need to have them in your inventory to unlock a door. In some cases, the key will vanish after it is used as them. The key is no longer needed. Okay. Psst, some advice, Chief. I'd keep it quiet from here on. No need to put any more corpses in the dead book than necessary, especially the Fems. Plus, killing them might draw the caretakers here. I don't think you've mentioned it before. Who are these caretakers? They call themselves the Dustmen. You can't miss them. They have an obsession with black and rigor mortis of the face. They're an addled bunch of ghoulish death worshippers. They believe everybody should die. Sooner, better than later. I'm confused. Why do these Dustmen care if I escape? Weren't you listening? I said the Dusties believe everybody's got to die. Sooner, better than later. You think the corpses you've seen are happier in the dead book than out of it? Corpses I've seen here, where do they all come from? Death visits the plains every day, Chief. These shamblers are all that's left of the poor sods who sold their bodies to the caretakers after death. Or you said something about making sure I didn't kill any female corpses? Why? What? Are you serious? Look, Chief, these dead chits are the last chance for a couple of hardy bashers like us. We need to be chivalrous. No hacking them up for keys, no lopping their limbs off, things like that. Last chance? What are you talking about? Chief, they're dead. We're dead. See where I'm going? Eh? Can't be serious. Chief, we already got an opening line with these limping ladies. We've all died at least once. We'll have something to talk about. They'll appreciate men with our kind of death experience. Wait, didn't you say before that I'm not dead? Well, alright. You might not be dead, but I am. And from where I'm standing, I wouldn't mind sharing a coffin with some of these fine, sinewy cadavers I see here. Mort starts clacking his teeth as if in anticipation. Of course, the caretakers would have to part with them first, and that's not likely. Alright, I'll try and remember that. Look, Chief, it's obvious you're still a little addled after your kiss with death, so I got 2 bits of advice for you. 1, if you got questions, ask me, alright? Speak to a party member, select the talk option from the quick menu, then left click on the party member. Okay, alright? If I have any questions, I'll ask you. 2nd, if you're half as forgetful as you seem to be, start writing stuff down. Whenever you come across something that might be important, jot it down so you don't forget. If I had that journal I was supposed to have with me, I'd do that. Start a new one then, Chief. No loss. There's plenty of parchment and ink around here to last you. Hmm. Alright. Couldn't hurt. I'll make a new one then. Use it to keep track of your movements. If you ever start to get cloudy on important things like who you are, or more importantly, who I am, use it to refresh your memory. Access your journal, select the journal button on the quick menu, it'll be automatically updated. Alright, I got it. Let's go.
Updated my journal.
Yeah. Find Farad and find your missing journal. Whoa. Whoop. Okay, I can use the arrow keys to move myself around. Well, to move the camera around. Receiving room logbook. This huge logbook lists mortuary procedures in a tight, crabbed script. Sorry, had to sneeze. All shells entering the mortuary are to be delivered to the receiving room and logged with the scribe on duty before being embalmed or cremated. The records are to be checked to determine if the shell is one of the contracted, and if so, do not prepare the shell. Move the shell to one of the preparation rooms, contact the scribe on duty, and notify him that a contracted shell is to be raised. Be certain that a shell is thoroughly stripped of its possessions before being sent to the preparation rooms. Contracted workers are intended for simple manual labor and do not have the capacity to search and strip a shell. The faction is not responsible for any possessions lost or items stolen by collectors who have brought the shells to the mortuary. The shell's possessions are to be stored in the receiving room until an initiate can be sent to claim them. Please catalog all possessions in the logbook. Following this list is thousands of entries of bodies that have been sent to the receiving room. As you flip through the rest of the book, however, you notice the last page has been cut out. This is your eye. It looks like it's seen better days. Oh? Doll. This scribe looks very old. His skin is wrinkled and he has a slight trace of yellow, like old parchment. Charcoal gray eyes lie within an angular face, and a large white beard flows down the front of his robes like a waterfall. His breathing is ragged and irregular, but even his occasional coughing does not slow the scratching of his quill pen. Greetings. Whoa, Chief, what are you doing? I was going to speak with the scribe. He might know something about how I got here. Look, rattling your bone box with Dusty should be the last thing. Before Moore can finish his rant, the scribe begins coughing violently. After a moment or two, the coughing spell dies down, and the scribe's breathing resumes its ragged wheeze. We especially shouldn't be swapping the chant with sick Dusties. Come on, let's leave. The quicker we give this place the laugh, the better. Before Mort can finish, the scribe's gray eyes flicker to you. The weight of years hangs heavy upon me, restless one. He places down his quill. But I do not yet count deafness among my ailments. Restless one, do you know me? No, you, There's a trace of bitterness in the scribe's voice as he speaks. I have never known you, restless one, no more than you have known yourself. He's silent for a moment. For you have forgotten, have you not? Who are you? As always, the question, and the wrong question as always. He bows slightly, but the movement suddenly sends him into a bout of coughing. He pauses for a moment, catches his breath. I am Doll. Perhaps you can answer some questions
Updated my journal.
for me, Doll. Can you tell me how to get out of here? Front gate is the most obvious exit, but they will not let anyone other than dustmen pass. Doll breaks into a ragged cough, then continues. One of the guides by the front gate has a key to it, but it is unlikely he will open it for you unless you are extremely persuasive. Let's see, I had some other questions. Do you know who I
Updated my
am?
journal.
I know scant little of you, Restless One. I know little more of those that have journeyed with you and who now lie in our keeping. Doll sighs. I ask that you no longer ask others to join with you, Restless One. Where you walk, so walks misery. Let your burden be your own. There are others who have journeyed with me, and they are here.
Updated my journal.
Do you not know the woman's corpse interred in the memorial hall below? I had thought that she had traveled with you in the past. Doll looks like he's about to start coughing again, then catches his breath. Am I mistaken? Where is her body? The Northwest Memorial Hall on the floor below us. Check the biers there. Her name should be on one of the memorial plaques. Mayhap that will revive her memory. Said there were others. Who else is here? Doubtless there are, but I know not their names, nor where they lie. One such as you has left a path many have walked, and few have survived. All gestures around you. All dead come here. Some must have traveled with you once. Okay. Mayhap I will go find her. I had some other questions for you before I go. Nothing. Farewell, Doll. As you turn to leave, Doll speaks. Know this, I do not envy you, Restless One. To be reborn as you would be a curse that I cannot bear. You must come to terms with it. At some point, your path will return you here. Doll coughs, the sound rattling in his throat. It is the way of all things flesh and bone. And perhaps we will meet again, Doll. Let me... This gate looks sealed shut. There is no other lock or other means of opening it. Stench coming from this corpse is truly nauseating. Someone split open this man's chest and has yet to remove the internal organs. Then you see a slight young woman with pale features. Sunken flesh around her cheeks and neck makes her appear as if she is starving. She seems intent on dissecting the corpse in front of her, prodding the chest with a finger. Greetings. The woman does not respond. She seems too intent on the body in front of her. As you watch her work, you suddenly notice her hands. Her fingers are talons. They are darting in and out of the corpse's chest cavity like knives removing organs. What's wrong with your hands? The woman makes no response.
Updated my journal.
She's a tiefling, Chief. They got fiend blood in their veins, usually cause some ancestor of theirs share knickers with one demon or another. Make some of them addled in the head, and addled looking too. Tap the woman, get her attention. The woman jumps and whips around to face you. Her eyes are a rotting yellow with small orange dots for pupils. As she sees you, her expression changes from surprise to irritation, and she frowns at you. Greetings. Hold on. She doesn't seem to have heard you. She leans forward, squinting as if she can't quite make you out. Whatever is wrong with her eyes must make her terribly nearsighted. You. She clacks her taloned fingers together and makes a strange motion with her hands. Find thread and embalming juice. Bring here to Ven. Go, go, go. Been assigned a quest.
Updated my journal.
No, okay, that's the stairs. This rotting corpse is riddled with tubes. Yellow liquid is cycling through the tubes into a strange machine. The machine is making clicking noises like an insect. Wait a second. Hold on. Oh, okay. It's just.
Done.
This mummified corpse looks like it's bound for the crematorium. You there. Hold. The dustman regards you with a stony gaze. Are you lost? Yes. I will summon a guard to direct you out. Hold a moment. Leave. Quickly. The dustman takes a step back, that claps her hands together sharply 3 times. In response, a great iron bell starts tolling throughout the mortuary. Alright then.
Damn.
That's as good as done.
All right.
Okay.
Done.
Putting on some dustman's robes is probably a good idea.
I'm gone.
Use only on Nameless one or more. The strange metal bracelet has directions inscribed on the side of it. Judging from the crew text, it appears that the bracelet works by being held by a living creature. Then, while pronouncing a mantra to the true death, is touched to the forehead of a zombie or skeleton. When this is done, the minor enchantment held within the item spreads through the corpse, strengthening their bones, killing traces of corpse rot and or grave mold, helping to seal minor tears in the skin. This item will work either on you or more. Just simply place in your use it from the quick menu.
Huh? Okay.
I'm gone.
Mortuary task list. Someone has penned a series of tasks in red ink on this scrap of parchment. I would like the contracted workers to be inspected thrice daily at the end of each work shift when the new initiates come on duty. We have experienced too many contracted collapses while engaged in heavy labor as of late, and I fear the embalming enchantments initially used on the corpses may be decaying or may have been warped somehow. If the contracted workers could be inspected every 8 hours and raised if they have collapsed, then this would prevent the backlog of shells in the preparation room and free up more contracted workers for other duties. I do not wish collapsed bodies to be disposed of. When possible, the original contracted shells are to be raised and be made to resume their duties. I have included spare embalming charms within the shelves for the initiates on duty. They are to be used only when the shells cannot be repaired with stitching, bandaging, or applications of embalming fluid.
Done.
What? Okay.
Done.
Damn it.
You see Ivan. She is still dissecting the corpse's chest with her talons. The rhythm of the talons reminds you of something, but you can't quite recall what. Watch her study the motions of her
Updated my
hands.
journal.
As you study the motion of Ivan's hands, you feel a prickling along your scalp, and then suddenly you find your vision swimming, blurring, until you are standing in front of a freshly slain corpse, rigor mortis making a mockery of its smile. The number 42 has been stitched onto its scalp. The zombie is lying on a slab, and you have just finished stitching up its chest. You have placed something inside, something that may prove useful if you come this way again. Echo, keep these things safe and wait for my return. The memory of your voice is an echo, strange and hollow to your ears. You cross your arms in front of your chest, and to your surprise, the corpse does too. After a moment, its hands fall back to its sides, and as it does, the vision fades until you are watching Ivan's hands make their stitching motions once again. You've regained a memory. She turns to you, sees you, then frowns. Dumb zombies. She clacks her talon fingers together impatiently, then makes a stitching motion with her fingers. Find thread and embalming fluid. Bring here to Ivan. Go, go, go. Give her the thread and
Updated
embalming
my
fluid.
journal.
Without missing a beat, Ivan snaps the thread from your hands and hooks it around one of her talons, then begins sewing up the corpse's chest. She then takes the embalming fluid and begins to apply a layer to the corpse. Wait. The minute she's finished, she clicks her talons, then turns to face you. To your surprise, she extends her hand and directs her talons along your arms and chest. Push her away. Leave. God damn it. She looks shocked as you push her away. Zomfi? You know Zomfi. She takes a step back, and before you can react, she claps her hands 3 times. In response, the tolling of the huge bell echoes throughout the mortuary. Alright, then.
All right. Die.
This rolled up piece of parchment appears to be some sort of message the skeleton in the mortuary was supposed to deliver. This is the third and last request for the pry bar. If it has been misplaced, tell me and I shall go to the hive market and purchase another. I have no objection to maintaining the contracted workers, but I've been trying to repair the skeleton, and the bolts are wedged in so tight I can't get them out. Also, some of the locks on the storage cabinets on the 3rd floor have become stuck again due to the heat, and and I need the pry bar to snap them open as well. If the pry bar is indeed lost, I will see about procuring the services of a locksmith and having the cabinet locks replaced. Your aid in this matter would be appreciated. An unreadable signatures would scroll beneath the message. Okay. Note written on a scrap of dry parchment. Contact the necromancer responsible for raising contractual worker 42. I know he's examined the skeleton before, but I am certain the initial raising of the body was warped. The worker still responds to commands, but when it has completed a task, it resumes pacing in the same circular pattern as it did before. Dahl recently informed me that Worker 42 exhibited that same walking pattern when it was a zombie decades ago. There may be a soul echo in the marrow, or the skeleton's age may have caused the magic animating him to decay. One of the initiates suggested it may be following an order issued by a high-ranking dustman in the past, but I have found no records of such an order. Whatever the reason for its behavior, the matter is to be resolved or the worker replaced.
Forced it.
Open.
Forced it.
First floor. Okay, so... Okay.
All right.
Corpse looks like someone turned it inside out. Change the head of the table has peeled the skin off the forehead to give direct access to the skull.
Damn. Die.
Dahl glances up as you approach. So, you have returned. Dahl takes a rasping breath and breaks into a violent coughing spell. After a moment, it subsides. He returns to his raspy breathing. Greetings again, Restless One.
Did you see that?
Hmm. Seen anything interesting going on? As you address the zombie, blinks in surprise. What? You're not a zombie. Who are you?
Updated my journal.
The zombie is trying to respond behind stitched lips. He has a peculiar, half frightened, half angry expression. Who you? What you want? Looking for a way out of here. Can you help me? The zombie doesn't seem to have heard you. He looks you up and down for a few moments and frowns. What you do here? His eyes narrow suspiciously. You spy on Dusties? Yes, I'm spying on the Dusties. He studies you more intently. You spy? You would sell? Sell? Mort breaks in, whispering, by the powers, this Burke's an anarchist. Posing as a zombie's got to be a first for those adult sods. Anarchist?
Updated my journal.
Anarchists, they're a faction. Mort looks like he's about to let loose a torrent of insults, then notices the zombie staring at you both, listening intently. They want to liberate everyone from the chains of government. tear down the old, establish a new order with no order at all. It seems like a noble pursuit. Any anarchist dedicated to such a lofty goal is definitely a friend of mine. The zombie worker nods at this, and you think you can detect him puffing up a little and pry behind a zombie disguise. So you're a spy for the anarchists. I'm spying on the Dusties, but I can't speak too much about it right now. What are you doing here? You spy on Dusties. Say what I see, nothing more. What have you seen the Dustmen do? Nothing. They do nothing. Can't find nothing. Dead, dead, just dead people. Dusties do nothing. Eyes narrowing conviction. Still I watch. See, there's something else I wanted to ask you. You know someone named Farad? Farad? The zombie frowns briefly in thought. Me, here he live in hives somewhere. Shakes his head. Not know where. He frowns again. Dusty's very mad. They not like Farad. Why don't the Dustmen like...
Updated my journal.
Farad. He's a collector. Brings debtors to mortuary. Sells them to Dustmen. Brings lots of debtors. Dusty's not know where he gets debtors. Thinks he's putting Burks in dead book. Oh, there was something else I wanted to know. Missing a journal. Have you seen it? Don't know. Some Burke peel you? What? And what sort of somebody rob you? Probably what happened. Yeah, I'm looking forward to finding this thief. Look, I may have some questions later. Don't go anywhere. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, let me save again.
All right.
Did you see that? Damn it.
Die.
Dianara. You see a strikingly beautiful ghostly form before you. Her arms are crossed and her eyes are closed. She has long flowing hair and her gown seems stirred by some ethereal breeze. As you watch, she stirs slightly and her eyes flicker. Greetings?
You. What is it that brings you here? Have you come to see firsthand the misery you have wrought? Perhaps in death I still hold some shred of use for you, my love.
My love? Her eyes slowly open and she blinks in confusion for a moment, as if uncertain where she is. She looks around slowly, then sees you. Her tranquil face suddenly twists into a snarl. All that. My love? Do I know you? Spirit makes a begging motion with her hands. How can it be that the thieves of the mind continue to steal my name from your memory? Do you not remember me, my love? The ghost stretches out her arms. Think. Her voice becomes desperate again. The name Dianara must evoke some memory within you. Think. I feel the stirrings of memory. Tell me more. Perhaps your words shall chase the shadows from my mind, Dianara. Oh, at last the fates show mercy. Even death cannot chase me from your mind, my love. Do you not see? Your memories shall return. Tell me how I can help you, and I shall. Do you know who I am? You are one both blessed and cursed, my love, and you are one who is who is never far from my thoughts and heart. Blessed and cursed? What do you mean? The nature of your curse should be apparent, my love. Look at you. She points at you. Death rejects you. Your memories have abandoned you. Do you not pause and wonder why? I'm still trying to get my bearings, actually. What else can you tell me about myself? Know that you once claimed you loved me, and that you would love me until death claimed us both. I believed that, never knowing the truth of who you were, what you were, and what am I? You. I cannot. She suddenly freezes, and she speaks slowly, carefully, as if her voice frightens her. The truth is this. You are the one who dies many deaths. These deaths have given the knowing of all things mortal, and in your hand lies the spark of life and death. Those that die near you carry a trace of themselves that you could bring forth. As Dianara speaks the words, a crawling sensation wells up at the back of your skull. You suddenly feel compelled to look at your hand. As you lift it up and look at it, you can see the blood coursing sluggishly through your arm, pouring into your muscles and in turn giving strength to your bones.
Updated my
What?
journal.
And you know Dianara is right. You suddenly remember how to coax the dimmest spark of life from a body and bring it forth. The thought both horrifies you and intrigues you. You have remembered how to raise others from the dead. Access the ability, special ability, You can only use this on party members that have died in your presence and will not work on anyone who does not travel with you, and it will not work on party members you move from the party while they are dead. I had other questions. I need to escape this place. Can you help me? As you are about to ask Dianara the question, it catches in your throat. It occurs to you that if you tell her you are looking for an escape route, she may feel you are abandoning her. If you're going to ask her how to leave, you'll need to be delicate about it. Must leave. Farewell, Dianara. Hold a moment. I learned much when I had traveled with you, my love, and what you have lost, I have retained. I have not divulged all that I know to you. My sight is clear, whilst you fumble in the darkness for a spark of thought. And what is it that your sight sees that I do not? Time itself relaxes its hold as the chill oblivion slowly claims me. Claims us. Us, my love. Glimpses of things yet to come swarm across my vision. I see you, my love. I see you as you are now, and... Dianara goes quiet. What is it? What do you see? See what lies ahead for you. It ripples through the plains, stemming outward from this point. Shall I speak of what I see? I do not wish to know. The future shall reveal itself in time. You were always so, my love. Already you refuse to heed death's call. Shall time be the next one you spurn? She closes her eyes with an ethereal whisper. She fades away. Back with me, Chief? You kind of drifted out on me there. No, I'm fine. Do you know who that spirit was? Spirit? That specter I was talking to. The woman. You were rattling your bone box with some woman? Where? Mort looks around, excited. What did she look like? She was right on top of the beer. Didn't you see her? No, you just kind of drifted out for a bit there. Just stood there, statue-like. I was a little worried you'd gone addled on me again. No, I'm fine. Think. Let's move on.
I feel stronger.
Hold on. Oh, okay, okay. I'm fine. What? Sarcophagus appears to have been here for centuries. There is no lid. The exterior seems to be made of solid
All
stone.
right.
Pen's notes. Notice been written with remarkable penmanship upon the finest parchment. Vaxis, if you are reading this, then you have undoubtedly failed in your task, and I have been forced to use the escape route I arranged. Told you that your little disguise idea was ridiculous. In any case, you'll need to lay low for a while. The dustmen may be deluded, but they are not fools. They will certainly seek retribution for our intrusion. I've left you some coins. Use them to secure a hiding place in the hive, preferably in Ragpicker's Square. The dustmen will be unwilling to look for you there. Once you have secured a new hiding place, I have a new mission for you. Find out where Farad is getting those bodies he's delivering to the mortuary. Apparently causing the dustman a great deal of upset, and I wouldn't mind knowing myself. Reports are that stone-faced dustman at the Gathering Dust Bar, Initiate Emmerich, I think the fool's name is, has been sending out finders to try and mark Farad's movements. See if you could find out how far along he is and hinder his efforts until we know more about Farad's activities. I don't want Emmerich finding out something before we do. Oh.
All right.
Okay.
You. What is it that brings you here? Have you come to see firsthand the misery you have wrought? Perhaps in death I still hold some shred of use for you, my love.
Updated my journal.
Okay.
I feel stronger.
Damn it. Encore, encore. Looks like beauty sleep hasn't helped you any.
Done. I'm gone.
Was there a thing that was locked here somewhere?
What's up? Yeah? Okay.
gone.
What's up, Chief? What's the word, Chief?
Uh, uh,
What's up? Yeah?
uh, I click on the ground, select the dialogue.
I'm gone.
Huh? What's up, Chief? Good as done.
Done.
What's the word, Chief? What's up? Hey, what's eating you, Chief?
Hmm. Okay, I'm fine.
All right. All right. All right.
This brazier long since run dry of oil, only ashes remain in the bottom. Hiding place in the hive, preferably in Rag Picker's Square.
All right.
Liam, I thought I'd never see you again. It's been, what, 4 years? He looks, well, no matter. Say, here's that 100 copper I owed you. Would have returned it to you sooner, but it was as if he disappeared off the face of Sigil. Got to be heading away now, Liam. Fare you well. Can't stand the thought of raising me child here. Maybe one day me family can leave this awful place. You see a striking red-haired girl dressed in leather armor. Her right arm is covered with a series of interlocking plates that look as if they were taken from the skin of some creature. And a horned shoulder piece protects her left arm. Oddly enough, she has a tail that's flicking back and forth as you watch. Hike off. Girl ignores you. I'm looking for someone named Farah. Do you know where I can find him? Aye, I might say more if you sweeten the question, aye. She clicks her tongue and rubs two fingers together. Jink, jink, aye. Jink, jink. She means money. Oh. Aye, she glances at Mort and shrugs. What the skull said. Hard coin. Alright, how much? How much is it to you to know? Is it to you to know? Aye? She studies you then folds her arms. Come on, I haven't got all day. I haven't. Turn on the charm. How about 10? If your information's good enough, it could be more. Aye, alright then. Pocket's money. It's gone so quickly you have no idea where it vanished to. Look for him in the alley spireward from the mortuary. That's to the north and south. That's to the south and west of the mortuary, aye? South and west of the mortuary? Thanks. Farewell.
Looks like the Dusty's lost one of their debtors. Well, what is it?
Red-haired girl scowls as you approach. And her tail begins to lash back and forth. Well, what is it? Can't help but notice that you have a tail. Do I now? The girl looks at her tail. So I do. And here I was thinking that it was a trick of me eye. My, aren't ye a sharp cutter? You bares your teeth. Why don't you piss off to whatever hole you crawled out of and leave me be? Me nor me tail is for trade. Jig. Alright, I was just curious. It's just as well neither you nor your tail are for sale. You couldn't squeak out a living with them anyway. What are ye about, you blighter? Say it again. You said, and I disagree, that you couldn't make a living selling yourself. What's all this now? You be playing stern hardhead, friendly hardhead with me? She sneers. Pike off, you lecherous filth. Not yet, I had some other questions. Can you tell me where I am? You're lost, but you're about to find trouble. Make yourself lost somewhere else, bubber. I'm missing a journal. Have you seen one? She looks at you strangely. Nay, I've seen nothing like that. I haven't. Thanks anyway. Well, I pike off to wherever you came from then.
No debtors today said walking ones looks like. Slow Sigil day it is.
Chief, what are we doing in here? Let's say we just give this place the laugh, all right?
Do. Yeah, that may be a good idea for now. post. Its filthy-looking corpse is in sad shape. Its shoulders are slumped and one of its legs is broken, causing it to lean to one side. Stains cover it from head to toe. Judging from the smell and the texture, the stains run from rotten fruit to mud and bird droppings. To add to the indignity, graffiti has been carved into its body, and several notices have been nailed into its chest, back, and head.
All started to be telling his copper about now.
Done.
Dadders today said walking ones looks like. All started to be telling his copper about now.
Bane the Sender. You see a heavy-set man with sharp features and a pained expression. Despite his huge frame, however, he has an effeminate look about him, and unlike the other residents you've seen, he looks to have bathed recently. As you approach, he looks up hopefully and calls out in a high voice, "Braddock? Good sir?" What? Nah. His hopeful expression dies as he studies your face. "1,000 apologies, good sir, if I have given offense." He gives a slight bow. "I am called Bane the Sender, third child of Die Bane the Sender, and one of the many runners in the employ of the House of Senders." "No apologies necessary, Bane. What do you want?" "1,000 apologies for troubling you with such a trivial matter, but I seek Craddock, an overseer in the hive." Bane looks like he is in pain, but alas, he eludes me. Looks at you hopefully again. "Could it be you have heard of such a man?" "Sorry, I haven't." Bane gives a deep sigh. "I am bound to deliver a message to him, and as yet fortune has chosen not to favor me." "I could help you. If I come across the man, I could pass along your message." Bane's face lights up like a lantern. "Oh, fortunate day for Bane in the House of Senders. Any assistance you could provide would be most welcome. If you can find this Craddock and pass along the message, I shall see to it you are paid for your troubles." Alright, what's the message? Bane recites the message almost like a mantra. "The shipment must be incursed by the third day, or there will be a penalty." Bane frowns. "I am told that Craddock will know of the shipment to which the message pertains. If I see Craddock, I will pass along the message. Is there anything you could tell me about him before I go that might help me find him?" "He is said to be a giant of a man, stern of features, that he is an overseer in one of the hive marketplaces. Alas, I know little else than that, good sir. See, that's enough to go on for now." Bane bows. "Thank you, sir. Should fortune favor you and you are able to bear the message to Craddock, Be so kind as to return and tell me of it. I will see to it your efforts are rewarded.
Updated my journal.
Frightened hive dweller, you see a man in tattered clothing. As you approach him, he suddenly stops and begins to look around. Frightened. You there, hold a moment. The man looks startled and takes a step back. Eh? What you be wanting, cutter? His voice is shaky and he seems taken aback by your scars. I have nothing on me, so's I don't, and my rags are not worth the trouble. Calm yourself, I'm not here to rob you. I had some questions. He keeps a safe distance and his eyes dart from side to side as if expecting something to step out of the shadows. Questions, you said. And what might those questions be? Can you tell me about these slums? Eh. He looks at you warily and his brow furrows in confusion. What you wanting to know about the hive, cutter? What's around here of interest? It depends. Depends on what you find interesting, cutter. I'm looking for someone named Farrod. Name's not one I know, cutter. Who's he? I'm trying to find that out myself. Look, I had some other questions. Nothing. Farewell. He licks his lips as you leave. As you turn to leave. Cutter, you might think He studies you for a moment. You could spare a few coppers for a blood who helped you on your way. Not many around here do that for a fella. Enough for a man to wet his tongue after all that talking. 5. Glances around to see if anyone saw the exchange that tucks the jink in the folds of his robe. Thank you kindly, cutter. May the lady shadow pass you by. Wait a minute, lady? What do you mean? The mistress's sigil? You've not heard of her? You must be blessed or more clue. Know little about sigil, indeed. That's weakly. Lady's words law here in sigil. Thinks for a moment, except she don't say much. Dead silent she is, actually. What else can you tell me about this lady? He looks at you warily. Don't want to be talking too much about her, cutter. Don't want to cross her shadow, nor be singing her praises, all right? Now let's say no more about it. Rattle in your bone box about the lady is dim, dim indeed. Farewell, then.
Done.
This loud, grimy fellow saunters up to you and gives a quick bow. Greetings, cutter. Only a single copper for me services as a tout. What can I lead you to? Here's a copper piece. The man palms the coin and bows. This part of the hive is gates heading leading east, north, and southwest. Locations to note include the flop house, where weary blood can get some rest. Flop house, right in the middle of this part of the hive, cutter. A long, narrow building whose doors faces southeast. Good place to call Kip for a night if you're feeling beat. North gate leads to Ragpicker Square, cutter, where all the collectors call Kip. Where's the east gate lead? Another part of the hive, cutter. The mortuary's there, and the gathering dust bar, too, where the dustmen like to drink. There's a mausoleum and the big dustman memorial there as well. Where's the southwest gate lead? Just another part of the hive, cutter. The office for vermin and disease control is there in a large market. That's all I wish to know. Farewell.
Damn it. We're being watched, Chief. Just look natural. Casual.
Collector, this man is draped in filthy, tattered brown robes, long hood, concealing most of his face from view. Ratbone. This man is whistling a cheerful tune and playing with a well-kept fighting knife. As you approach him, he stops whistling and gives you a curious look. What you want? Add some questions. Your name's Ratbone, Cutter. I'm a thief for hire in the employ of Sharegrave, the boss of the collectors you see around this square. He pays me mostly to learn his lads to be real quiet-like, and how to fight if they runs into a spot of trouble. That's likely the only questions I'll answer for ye, Cutter. Sniffs and shrugs. I'm looking for a man named Farad. Do you know where he is? Ratbone shakes his head. Nay, I don't. Here he's nearby, though. Some of his lads come running through at times, making for some hidey hole. That's who knows where. Somewhere up around those elevated platforms, I'll bet. But it's none of me business. He shrugs and spits on the ground. Live and let live, says Ratbone. Farewell, then. The archway leads only inches into the small building before becoming blocked by a solid wall of refuse. The rubbish is packed so tightly as may well be stones and mortar. As you come closer, however, the archway's outline begins to shimmer. You notice the handful of junk you've been carrying about begins to shimmer as well. Thrust the junk into the archway. The wall of refuse flickers, wavers, and seems to fold in on itself, revealing an open space beyond it. Passage or portal seems to have formed within the frame of the archway. Animoli, a ragged, middle-aged collector, approaches you into the area. He quickly looks you over and then sneers. Don't know you. Don't believe I've made your acquaintance either. The collector continues to glare at you. I'm looking for a man named Farad. What you're looking for is no concern of mine, Burke. Spits. What is concerning me is that you're still breathing in my presence. Then I'll leave your presence, Burke. As you turn to leave, you notice the collector drawing a knife from one of his pockets. Don't know what you was thinking about by coming down here, but the only place you'll be going is the mortuary, Cutter. I don't think so.
I'm gone. All right.
This is the portal that links Ragpicker Square to the gateway to the Trash Warrens. Nod. As you approach the hooded brown-robed man, you notice that he's mumbling to himself softly and occasionally nodding. Greetings. Someone comes to speaks to Nod? Speaks to Nod, aye. Suddenly breaks into a fit of hacking coughs and nods to himself. What are you doing? Nothing, except looking for debtors. Nothing else? He sniffs, then gives another hack and cough. He mumbles for a moment and speaks again. Nothing else, need the jink, jink, jink. I had some questions. He nods. What? He sniffs and squints at you. Jink. Taps his head, points at you, then points at his hand. He wants to know something? Jink. Aye. Jink, jink. Throw him 5 coppers. Jink for Nod. Jink, jink. He mumbles for a moment, hiding the copper coins away in the folds of his robe. Ask. Nod tries to answer. Aye. Coughs for a bit, spitting something off to the side. Do you know of a man named Farad? He looks frightened and starts to shake his head. Farad, Farad, Farad. He scratches at his head. What? What about him? He frowns and shakes his head as if he's not sure he should be speaking to you. You know where I can find him. He shakes his head, then mumbles. He glances quickly at you, then begins to murmur again to himself. Sounds like he's uttering a prayer against evil. Nah, not here. In square. He frowns as if unsure how to explain it. But not in the square. Shakes his head again, then coughs. All I wish to know. Farewell. Shakes his head, coughs, and resumes his nodding. You'd ask a nod, aye. Nodded ask a question for ye, aye. Go ahead, ask your question. Nod has a sister, aye. Emerise. Lives in the hive, away from here, away from the square. So long, long ago, Nod was separated from his sister, taken away. So your question
Updated
is,
my journal.
you don't know her? He shakes his head sadly for a moment, chewing his lower lip. If he sees her, if he does, tell her Nod, her brother, worries about her. Aye, he does, he worries. Alright, I'll do that for you. Nod thanks ye, he does. Nod thanks ye. Emerise was pretty, so pretty. Lives in the hive now. Fair skinned she was, hair like jet, and always in blue. Blue, she was always in blue.
Updated my journal.
Farewell, Nod.
I'm gone.
Davis, you see a tall creature with a shock of white hair. Its skin has a greenish cast, and a pair of goat horns protrudes from its forehead. It's dressed in long flowing robes and appears to be floating slightly above the ground. Greetings. The creature turns to face you, and a series of symbols appear around its head. The symbols have a slight glow about them, and they just hover there. Oh, for the power's sake, piking Dabus. What's wrong? He's a Dabus. They speak in rebuses, these annoying word puzzles. If you don't know what he's saying, then we better find a native or some other way to communicate with him, if we want to. An annoying bunch. My bet? They can speak, they would just rather piss everyone else off by trying to puzzle out what they're saying. It's a Dabus. Chance is they're janitors for the Lady of Pain. They float around, breaking, fixing, and patching up sigil, according to her whims. They're worse than corpse flies. Morp sighs. You can't swat 'em though, or the lady'll get upset. Lady of Pain? Who's that? She runs this city. You'll know if you see her. She's got these blades around her face. She's about the size of a giant, and she floats off the ground. Just like these guys. Mort nods at the Dabus, who is looking at you both. Nobody knows much about her. She doesn't speak much. All you need to know is that you don't want to make her angry. If you see her, my advice? Run. I see. Farewell.
Here you go, Cutter. She's all yours. Hey, you! Hey, Cutter, come on inside!
Gawa. You see a thin, yellow-skinned humanoid covered with a variety of dazzling tattoos. His eyebrows have been accented with black charcoal lines, and his teeth are filed to points. He sees you and waves you over, rattling his dice in his hand. Greetings. He displays a feral shark-toothed grin. His eyes are like shiny black orbs. His voice is low and raspy. Gauha greets you. As well, you have come to play a game, yes? No, but I had... Yes, I'll play. Gauha reaches into his tunic and pulls out a coin. This coin? Your coin. Places it at your feet and pulls out another. This coin? Gauha's. He places it at his own feet, then holds up 2 dice between his thumb and index finger. The dice. We both roll one, yes? Go on. You roll higher. Both coins. He snatches the coins up from the ground and proffers them to you. Yours. Gauha, roll higher. Quickly tucks the coppers back into his tunic. Mine. Neither rolls higher. Coin stays for another roll. How much coin will lie at your feet? 5. You both roll the dice until Gauha rolls higher. He snatches up your coins, tucking them into his tunic. He seems to hesitate for a moment, then speaks. Again. Yes? Something wrong? Gauha regards you closely for a moment, then nods. Never do I indulge in Hashma's folly. Never do I cheat, human. But I see fortune, read it, know it in the face of a man. However, you I see nothing. I know nothing. You have no luck, no fortune, neither good nor ill? Or you make your own, perhaps. I do not know. Places his dice back into his tunic. We might play later, perhaps, but no more at this moment. All right, farewell. Oh, Craddock. You see a huge man watching the area with a tight-lipped frown and narrowed eyes. He is hunched slightly, as if bearing a heavy load on his shoulders. The unpleasant smell of sweat and dirt wafts from his clothes. Greetings. The man glances down at you and his frown deepens. Aye. Aye? What are you sniffing around here for? Craddock? Mayhap. He studies your face as if trying to recall you. If I am, what be it to ye? I come with a message from Bane the Sender. The message states, the shipment must be incursed by the 3rd day, or there will be a penalty. By the hells! How can they be such fools that they think we can miracle it there? Alright then, your message has found its way to the right ears for all the good it will do. What's the problem? Look around ye. Craddock nods at the laborers in the marketplace, then scowls. These laggards and half-wits can barely keep up with the load as it stands. And now it needs doing in half the time. Do you need any help? I'll tell you what I need. All my men to show up for work. July's gone missing since this morning. I need him back now. Why? Where did he go? That hive-bred goat is probably passed out on the street somewhere by the smoldering corpse. When he should be here helping us. Worthless sod. I could go find him for you. Oh, you could ye? Craddock squints at you. And now why would you do that? Well, I could find him, but I wouldn't do it for free. Craddock is silent for a moment, then nods. Aye, you find July. You tell him to drag his worthless, bub-ridden hide here. I'll pay you for your trouble. He frowns. When you found him. Now get. He said he's likely by the smoldering corpse. Where's that?
Updated my journal.
It's south and east of here. Head through the southeast gate, then head east for about a block. It's got a mess of drunkards outside. Can't miss it. July's like somewhere around there. Alright, I'll go look for him.
Jellied Hydra eyeballs in aspic. Give it a try. It's delicious.
Alright. That's where I'm gonna call it for tonight. So, yeah, I'm enjoying this so far. Let me. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna be back tomorrow with this. I thought I might, but
Jellied Hydra eyeballs in aspic. Give it a try. It's delicious.
but not tomorrow night. I plan on being back on Thursday with some more Elden Ring. And then I'll be back next week, or maybe even this weekend, I don't know. More Planescape Torment. So, yeah, that's it.
Come on in, Basher. We have the best blades in town.
Thank you all for watching. Have a good night. I'm excited to start this game. I've heard a lot of good things about it. So, yeah, looking forward to it. So, thank you all for watching. Have a good night. And I'll see you on Thursday for some Elden Ring. Bye-bye.